Welcome to week 29 of pregnancy. It's the second week of the third trimester and the second week of the 7th month of pregnancy. The 29th week baby movements and developments might surprise you this week. We're also going to talk about the symptoms that you might be experiencing as well. Speaking of baby movements, 2 of our 3 expecting mamas that are part of our expecting crew are going to be sharing about the baby movements that they're experiencing in their 29th week. Now make sure you watch through the think and do list because we will tackle some planning and preparation that you just might be thinking about this week. And spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about preparing for the big labor and birth day. Now, if you've been following along with me through the weeks, then you are going to love the birth toolbox class that I teach. It's practical tools that helps you and your partner feel like a confident team. Now, I've dropped the link to this class below for you to check out. Welcome to the Birth Toolbox Classroom. I'm Alice, a doula and childbirth educator going week by week through pregnancy with you. Sounds like it's time for class. What is happening with baby's development this week? At 29 weeks of development, the fetus is about 15.2 inches or 38.6 centimeters, which is about this long. The weight of the fetus is just about 2.5 to 3 pounds, which is about the weight of a table lamp. In the third trimester, baby is not just growing in length and weight. At this time, they are also putting fat under the skin. This layer of fat, it not only gives them that cute chubby look, but it also prepares them for transition to life when they're outside of the womb. Now, if your baby's head is not in that head down position yet, there's still time and space to make that happen. And you might have noticed that they have settled into position where you're seeing them do more flips than you're seeing them do a bunch of rolls. What symptoms and body changes should you expect at 29 weeks pregnant? There comes a time in pregnancy when most of us just start feeling big. It's like one day you try to bend over and pick something up and you realize that you just can't move in the same way that you used to, right? So this might be happening to you around the 29th week. So we're going to be hearing from the mamas in our expecting crew, and they might be feeling that way this week too. Other symptoms that you might be experiencing this week include heartburn, indigestion, fatigue, back pain, and leg cramps. If you missed week 14 and 15's video, then you didn't hear about our favorite magnesium cream for leg cramps. This brand, called Better Shea Butter, is a supporter of childbirth education and this channel, and I'm going to drop a link down below if you want to check them out.
I am 29 weeks pregnant this week, and I'm still feeling okay, but definitely getting more tired and just feeling big. I think relatively I'm still like not quite that big, but I know personally like myself and the women in my family just carry small, so that's all relative. Everybody's different and every pregnancy is different, but yeah, I'm certainly I'm at a point where even if baby's not moving, I'm very aware that she's there, and she's certainly got some different less comfortable movement patterns that are developing. In particular, she quite likes to kick right into my hip, my left hip, and I feel like that's one thing that is so hard to describe what that feels like to anyone who's never been pregnant before, the feeling of your hip being kicked from inside. That one in particular has just always kind of, even when my older daughter did that when I was pregnant with her, it was less frequent, but just it's kind of an icky feeling. So certainly noticing some more of those kind of regular patterns, and that she's kind of more or less in the same position most of the time. So I'm not getting movement on all different areas. It's more centralized to her feet are over here and her hands are over here, and that's that doesn't change too much. So that consistency and kind of being aware that she's there all the time and she's not got as much room to kind of move and change positions all that much anymore, does make you a little bit nervous that there's still 2 months to go still for growing and getting chubby and cute and everything, but you know, taking up more room, putting on more weight. So yeah, certainly I'm getting to a point where, you know, I just like I can't do a lot of physical things anymore that I, you know, have been okay with up until now. Like I can't like bend over, squatting or like kneeling down on the ground, like my legs fall asleep pretty fast. And just, you know, I'm trying to be really conscious about engaging my core with a lot of movements just to like give myself that extra support and yeah, maintain a little bit more strength and kind of prepare for delivery and all of that.
Hi, I'm 29 weeks pregnant, and this week I've been doing pretty good. I got the test results back for my gestational diabetes test, and I tested for a few other things at the same time as well, and everything looked good. I'm feeling really good, just feeling a little bit huge.
Alrighty, week 29 of pregnancy. UTI has been cleared up, update from last week. Everything's going well. I feel way better after I do stretches and exercises and just doing something hard. I've been preparing to train for labor and practice my breathing, practice relaxing my body, getting into the positions of all fours and on my side, trying to just relax as much as possible. A good friend of mine had a baby this week, and I feel like that has geared my mental side of labor preparation. Still feel lots of kicks. I almost feel like the baby rolls instead of kicks. I feel like it's a rotisserie chicken inside of me sometimes. I explained it to my husband that way, like he's just spinning. And so feeling inside is changing, but things are going well, and I'm excited to meet him.
Week 29's Think and Do board was inspired by one of our expecting mamas this week, which is why I'm adding breathing practice to the do side of our board this week. Now, I'm a big believer in practicing breathing prior to labor, no matter what type of birth you're planning. When you practice breathing, you develop a muscle memory that just allows you to get used to the feeling of using that breath. And when the contractions start, you won't have to spend a lot of energy trying to remember what to do to use your breath. Your body has been practicing, so it doesn't have to really think about it. Now, this practice, it doesn't have to be a big time commitment. Something that's easy, 5 minutes a day totally works and will be so worth your time. Now, related to breathing practice, I'm putting childbirth classes on the do side. Now, if you've been following along with each weekly video, then this is going to look familiar to you. But I'm adding it here again because I want to remind you that it's not too late to take a class. You have a lot of time if you're starting at 29 weeks, and I have a great option for you. It's a class that I teach called the Birth Toolbox class. Now, childbirth classes, they help you go into your labor and birth with confidence and practical skills. And I really want that for you. It is a total game changer. I'm going to put a link to the Birth Toolbox class down below the video so you can check that out. It will totally be worth your time. Make sure that you're getting our weekly newsletter. I'm going to drop that link in the description below as well, and you can find it at birthtoolbox.com/newsletter. Hope your 29th week of pregnancy is a great one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can follow along through the weeks ahead. See you next week.